Welcome to the Man Cave. Today here in Man Cave, we're going to be working on this 2015 Camaro Super Sport. We're going to be replacing out the front splitter on it, and we're also going to come in here and paint these calipers that are on here. You know, I never did understand, why would you just put them black? People like to see that stuff these days, and they're nice calipers. It's got Brimbos front and rear, and as you can see in there. But we're gonna go ahead and paint them with some high heat caliper paint. I know it would be better to go ahead and have them, dipped or whatever, but we're just not gonna spend that kind of money to get that done right now. We'll do this, we'll see how it holds up. I've done it on my car a year and a half ago, and they're still holding up great on cars that are just not hard driven every day. This is a weekend car for this guy. Sometimes it's not even that, so. But we'll get those wheels taken off. We'll get those things started. We'll bring you along for that. And here's the splitter. I pulled it off already. See, it's got a dink there in the front. Kind of tapped a little curb. Perfect time to get that thing changed out. It's got rivets all over it. So you gotta pop out the plastic clips, which you see I just broke off. You're not gonna reuse them anyways. So get them out of there. They're a pain to get off. Just break them off, pull them off. We're gonna drill out every one of these little things here for the factory splitter it had on it, because what he's going back on with isn't that. So anyway, so those are all off. I believe this little bottom valance here will stay on there, and we'll get it screwed back up too because it's missing a screw there. But we'll get that done. Here's the new splitter that he bought. It's a 3-piece, already came white, so we'll get that put together, get it installed, show you as we go along on that. Drilling out these things. Drill bit, start it nice and slow, and it will come off there. We'll drill right through it, and if you push too fast, you'll bust it loose and it won't drill out that easy. So nice and easy, just let the drill bit do its work, and these things will pop right off there, nice and easy. Just like that, and you don't worry about messing anything up underneath it. Like I said, if you push too hard, this part here will start spinning on you, and then it's almost impossible to get them off. So, all right, we'll bring you along for this as we go. All right, well, we got a little bit more damage after we got this off, and whenever this pushed in over here, it's, it broke a few little things. This whole side here, as you can see, it's not where it should be. That stuff should be inside, and it probably broke loose on the mounts that are in there, but we'll pull it apart a little bit and assess. I'm gonna get this wheel and tire off of here, and I think we can make all this work. Like I said, this is all stuff that was removed already, and I can get this back up here and get it tied as well, and make this all look like it's supposed to. But with this here, depending on what happened inside here, because there's mounts, everything's a clip on these cars, and if that is broke loose from inside where this clip is, then that, I don't know, let's just get the wheel and tire off here, we'll assess it and see what it looks like. All right, kind of just as I figured. Yeah, this was hit pretty good, or tapped pretty good, and it pressed this in, busted every one of these little mounts inside here. So that's gonna have to have some other work done to it. We'll go ahead and get the splitter put on it. We'll see if we can get it to hold tight when it's here. Kind of crack that too right there, as you can see. So we'll get this put back on. We'll see if we can get somehow something in here to help this sturdy this to wrap around. But not a whole lot you can do when these clips on the inside of here are what's actually broke. So, but we'll go ahead and get it put back together and see what it looks like. And worst case, we'll just have to maybe get a body man to take a look inside here and see if there's anything they can do about the plastic being broke from the plastic. It's like a plastic weld in there. So, all right, we got the wheel and tire off. We'll go ahead and get on these brakes here in just a little bit and get that going. All right, well, we got this prepped as best we can, cleaned up. Came in here and these were all kind of pushed out. So we moved them all in and kind of scuffed them down a little bit so they fit smooth. Looks like this one, this one, this one, this one are gonna show from the bottom side. If you were to get under and look at it, I don't think it's gonna be too much of a problem, but anyways, they might show, like I said, if you were looking up at it, but coming down from here, you're not gonna see it. So, but this is what was holding on the factory splitter. So just wanna make sure that, you know, nothing shows any more than it has to. Everything's smoothed down so that these things, it'll fit real nice and flush. So cleaned it all off. So, all right, hopefully everything should go on there nice and smooth. I'll show you what it looks like when we get done with it. All right, here we go. We got that lip spoiler with, what do you call this thing? Splitter, I guess you call it. Pretty nice. It is aftermarket. It bolts up with just screws, a self-tap, which I get a little worried about, but it is what it is. And if he taps anything, they're gonna pull right out because there's just not much behind them. But that's what it came with. We got it put on there, and like I said, it looks really good. I haven't looked at it from the top side yet, but it looks really good on there. Fit really nice. So, all right, we'll get started on these rotors. Not rotors, calipers. Get those painted up. So, calipers on here done. Well, not done, but they're curing out. Got them all painted up. Well, not all of them. I'm gonna show you the one that's prepped. But they look really good. I don't like to do the inside of the brake area. I think it looks better to be its original natural. We'll leave the black stuff on here black. Same with the piping for the brake lines. You know, same with back here. Everything's painted up real nice and neat. There's no overspray on anything. Looks really good. You know, these are Brimbo brakes. You know, he could get a sticker for that if he would like, or something to put on there that says Brimbo, because they really are Brimbos. But unfortunately, we had to cover up the factory one. I'll show you what the factory one looks like, because I've got it prepped over here and ready to paint. And like I said, I do paint these on the car, and they turn out really well. There's a lot of prep that goes to them, but these things to take off are just, they're a bit of a chore on these kind. I mean, yeah, I know the bolts got to come apart, but I don't think it's this bad a deal. You'll see how I have it over here. I think the car gets taped off and everything gets taped off and covered. I've got an area that covers this as well to shield that. And we have everything here that's taped off except for the caliper itself. Like I said, it would be nice if we could get that to stay on there, but it's just not possible. So I'm going to see if we can find him some stickers or something to go back on over all that. So, but anyways, that's what it looks like prepped. We'll get this last one painted, and then we'll get the wheels back on them, and we'll let them cure overnight, and let's get the wheels back on them and see what they look like. So, all right, there you go, and we'll show you when we get the wheels back on them. So, all right, we're back here with these cards still in the air, but got the wheels back on it, got the calipers all finished up, got the spoiler or splitter put back on the front, and just kind of want to do a little recap of what we did. You know, there the calipers are behind the wheels. It's got a nice looking set of American Racing on there, and you see a lot of the calipers. So they were gray, and really they were black because of all the brake dust on them. So hopefully these will clean up a little easier. The kind of paint we use today is not just a red paint. We used caliper paint by Duplicolor. I've had good luck with this before. My Mustang has been painted with it for about 1.5 years now. I did another one about 6 months ago, and I don't know, this stuff seems to hold up really well. So, but anyways, that's what I used on it. Well, hopefully it'll last for him. Here's the rears. And these are Brimbos, front and rear, on this Super Sport. So I don't know if that's factory on these. I'm not sure. I know my Mustang GT is a 16, it's a 15, and it doesn't have factory Brimbos on it. So pretty excited to see that it has those on it. So, and then lip spoiler that we put on it. And I say lip spoiler, it's a splitter. It looks pretty good. White, I wouldn't say is exactly the same. Can't probably see it through the camera, but it's got some pearl in it. You can kind of see it there to where I don't think his paint on the car does, but he ordered it, came white. It's pretty close. I don't think you'll notice it once the car's clean. So very easy to install. It was harder to take the old one off. Had a lot of rivets and stuff that had to be drilled out. This one just goes in with self-tapping screws. So hopefully he doesn't hit anything, because if he does, it's going to probably just pop it right off there. But that's the way this came, so that's the way it was installed. So you just got to be very careful. So, but anyways, well, that's what we did today in the man cave, and happy with it. Everything seemed to turn out real well. So wanted to thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you next time on the man cave.